Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Crypto News with Julie Kennis. I'm your host, Julie Kennis. As always, this show is powered by the Gokhshtein News Network and sponsored by Market Cypher. Thank you all for being so patient, so patient. I am having technical difficulties this morning. Good morning, Jesse, or afternoon. It's afternoon for me. I'm saying morning. Good morning. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Mike Volmer. Welcome. Chipper, Black Hat Team, Peace of My Mind. Blocky, congratulations. Grandpa, that's crazy. Because you're not that much older than me. So it freaks me out. But I will say I'm feeling a little old because I did get a car this weekend, you guys. I'm so excited. But it's actually my daughter's car. So we went for a little spin in the car and it was fun. She did so good. I'm super proud of her. It's the first time she's ever driven anything not a golf cart. So I was super proud of her. So we had a good weekend. Lots of stuff going on. And yes, good evening to you now, Jesse. It's evening now. So yeah, let's see. Do we have Po Man in here? Did Po Man squeeze in here? Not yet. I see he's snowed in where he's at. Hello, Brian. I can't miss you. I can't miss you, Brian. I woke up this morning and I had just smack talking from you first thing this morning. I was like, I should have known. I think I posted something about can you feel it? And I was like, I should have known better. Sometimes I post things and I should know that Brian is automatically going to be right there. Yes. Oh, yes. Amelia was driving. Yes, Amelia was driving. So we were on some back roads inside the gated community on the back roads. So we decided once she feels ready for more obstacles, we'll take it like through the neighborhood and, deal with all that. So, but I hope everyone is having a good start to the week. Actually, I'd be having a better start to the week if you would share this stream out. I know it is dead out there. I know it is bleak. Everybody is horrified. I had somebody ask me over the weekend, you told me to buy Bitcoin at 120,000. It's worth $50. His $100 worth $50 now. I'm like, I'm sorry. Now is when you need to put in another 100. You got to put in another 100. That's what we do. We buy bottoms. It was a top before, but it's not going to be. Oh, fun. Somebody gifted me a membership on another channel. Look at that. That's nice. I love that. I will shout out my mods. I'll shout out my people here in the chat. Blocky, Mike Volmer, Brian, Po Man, Jesse, Black Hat Team. Peace of my mind. I'll throw you in there. You guys are here every day. Thank you. You guys make this fun. I don't know. Some days I probably wouldn't want to show up. I probably wouldn't want to show up if there was like 2 people here. But you guys show up, and that's amazing. And I think I might be getting in trouble for some of the Julie and Joxie show contents because let me tell you, I am getting some of the lowest views ever on shorts that I'm putting out. Or my content just sucks. And it could be that my content just sucks. So let me see. We'll go live. I don't want that one. Hold on. Let me turn this down. Yes, we're down. Okay. Awesome sauce. We're here. I actually need to retweet it out on the Twitter, the Xverse, because they don't push it out for me anymore. I've got to go manually do that myself. Open live video. I gotta make sure I don't hear myself. Okay, let's post it. We're very diligent, you guys. Hello, M Ninja. Welcome to the chat. Let's see. All right, we're out there. I will never bot my shows, you guys. I refuse to do it. I won't buy any of my stuff because people can tell if all of a sudden you have bought your show or your engagement or bought your viewers. Some people will buy and buy their follows, and I just won't do it. I won't do it. If there's only 10 people watching, there's only 10 people watching. Yeah, the Julie and Joxie show is going to be back this Friday. We're going to have to make it extra good for you guys. We're going to have to make it extra good. I'm glad we didn't make it to Denver, although I'm sure it would have been a lot of fun. I did see my friends. I talked to Deep in Connection. In fact, I texted him last night, and I was meaning to ask him if he wants to come on the show this week to talk about his Denver experience. Was it as bad as everyone made it seem? Sometimes people make it sound like something is worse than it is. Now, Rare Evo is one of those conferences that is smaller than like the Bitcoin conference, Consensus. There's a whole bunch of conferences that are bigger than Rare Evo. But the style of conference that Rare Evo is, I have better interactions. I have more high quality discussions. So when I think about Denver, I think that you would have a bunch of really high quality interactions there. Not necessarily people that are there to party. And a lot of these times people are going to these conferences to party. And why does Poe love spiders? What's up with the wolf spiders? Is that like, you know, in Australia they have those really giant, they're the huntsman spiders. I don't know if I've ever told you guys the story of my huntsman spider, but you know, they have those giant spiders in Australia. So I moved to this condo like on the beach with like this waterway behind it. And I think it was probably empty for a little bit of time. And so there was lots of little creepy crawlies. And you guys remember, I don't like the creepy crawlies. If you guys remember, I think I still have it in here. In fact, let me see. Maybe I deleted it. I might have deleted it because I was like, I'm never going to show this again. Oh, it's probably gone. It's probably gone. I think it's gone. I was like, I should never show this again. It should never see the light of day. You guys remember the AI video? My group chat, they're legendary. I told them about this incident of this bug in my shower. And it created this fight with my boyfriend. And he ended up leaving me. He did not kill the spider. Or not the spider, the cockroach. He left me with the cockroach. And me and the cockroach lived happily ever after. Anyway, my group chat made a whole AI video about it. If you saw it on here, you saw it on here. I clearly deleted it because I never wanted it to see the light of day, but it's really funny. It's really funny. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan. I have to get the bug guy to come and spray all the time. And so I did notice though that I have like, I think like either a rat or a mouse, like the upstairs bar, there is a trash bin under the sink. And I could tell that like a mouse or a rat or something had ate through the plastic. It was trying to get to the trash. Ate through all kinds of stuff. The magic eraser. I'm like, I forget what else it ate. Some insect killer. So it's either like developing really crazy tumors right now, or it's turning into like some sort of mega mouse that's going to come out all raw, immune to everything. So anyway, I'm dealing with this whole situation right now with it. I'm like, I look at my cats and I'm like, you guys are not doing your job. Okay. One of my cats only has 3 legs. I get it. He's lazy. He's like old and he just lays around now. But my younger cat, he'll eat like lizards and stuff, and he usually will catch the mice, but I don't know, whatever I've got going on right now. And I'm scared. Like I thought about getting a mouse trap, but then if I set the mouse trap, then I have to deal with like the dead mouse being there. Hello, Po Man, welcome. I was like, it's another one of those situations where I was saying hi to you even though you weren't here yet. And John Legend, he's snuck in here as I was talking about the varmint infestation. Anyway, the cold weather has things moving inside the house. I'm like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. So, anyway, you guys, we do want to take a look at the charts. All right. We got a few things going on here. One, hello, all set, welcome. I just saw you. My iPad could die, and then I'm going to lose the group chat. So I'll try and sneak through this a little quickly right now. But we do have some downward movement on Bitcoin. We can see here, taking a look at the RSI line. Not the RSI line. We want to look at the market cipher line. The market cipher indicator, because that is showing us that the movements by and large are down. The money flow is moving out. The money flow is moving out. So after so much sideways movement, we're starting to see some downward action, and we could potentially break down to another level. I said 40K, guys. That's a little bit clickbaity. I don't know if we're going to go to 40K. I don't know if we're going to go to 40K. Oops. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. So, could we break down to 40K? Potentially. Let me get us back on the 5-minute. So, on the 5-minute, we're starting to have a little bit of a recovery here. We had a green dot print. Money flow has started to move up into the green, but has now printed a red dot. So we're going to start to see a little bit of a come down here. So Bitcoin currently trading at 64,000. Taking a look at Ethereum, finally broke below the 19 range. We're currently trading at 18,000. Solana was hanging on strong to $80, but has since broken down. It's currently trading at 78. Chainlink, it's trading at $8.30, down about 50 cents from the last time we took a look at it. However, let's take a look at Binance. Binance is currently trading below $600. Below $600. So this is the first time in quite a while it has traded below $600. XRP is trading at $1.35, and Sui trading at 87 cents. So yeah, I do think we are going to have moves down on Bitcoin. I do think this whole week will probably be downward action. You guys, there are things that are happening. There are things that are happening on a larger scale that we'll get into, that I think are playing a role into the downward action. All right, taking a look at the top 100, everything is kind of mixed. Pippin, why is this pumping? I don't know. I don't even know. Why are people pumping Scottie Pippen's token? I just don't get it. I don't get it. But they're pumping it again. It's still like what? A top 50? Okay, 68. 68. Weird times, guys. So, I do think on a broader scale, geopolitical things are not looking good right now. We have things going on in Mexico, and I think the situation in Mexico is just a false flag. I think it's a false flag. I mean, I get that when I get what happened and that they're not happy that the US came in and killed someone that was tied to the militia. The cartel. I don't think that's really what's going on though. I do think we're getting ready to go into Iran though. I do think when we go into Iran and stuff happens there, that's when I think we're going to see the bigger shift down. And because I think, again, retail wasn't really here. Is institutions buying in? And with global uncertainty, geopolitical stuff, people are going to start selling. They're going to start going into gold. Gold, silver starting to pump again. Yeah, I forget when I heard that there was going to be 32 wars in 10 years or something crazy like that. I can't remember what the timeline was, but somebody had told me something when I was living in in Lemoore. And Lemoore has a naval air base. They're like constantly doing drills there. And I remember like right before COVID or around the time of COVID, that was when they first said, "Oh yeah, my daughter." Someone in the grocery store said to the person behind the counter, "Oh, my daughter's getting ready to go to war." And at the time, we were not involved in any wars, but somebody had kind of said, "Oh, we're going to have all these wars." I don't think it's a world war though. I wouldn't call it like a World War III. I think it's just like a bunch of. Some people believe that there is the U.S. losing its global footing, and BRICS is there, and BRICS is doing their thing, and BRICS is coming to have its time. But I think our global economy is stronger than. Yeah, you can create alliances and try and come after the United States, but even still, alliances fall apart. Alliances fall apart. So, and look at the U.S. funds pretty much everything. Funds pretty much everything. So, hello, all set. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some breaking news. I'm like trying to see where I want to start first. Okay, let's go ahead and start here. This is Chris. I don't know if you guys know Chris. Chris Coffee. He does some live streaming on YouTube as well, over on X. He was talking about Zach XBT, which is what is really taking over the timeline. Zach XBT announcing insider trading investigation dropping on February 26th. So he is hinting we are 3 days away from a massive investigation being unveiled. So in that time frame, USD, which is created by the Trump family, is their Trump stablecoin. It depegged today. Eric Trump has allegedly deleted some of his World Liberty Finance tweets. And then there is an additional piece of info that came out, or a news article that we're going to jump into right now, about it being a coordinated attack. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So Trump's crypto company says coordinated attack on stablecoin failed. The price of World Liberty Financial's token dipped about 7% early Monday, later reported to be the result of social media and short seller attack. So, and you guys, this is just on the heels of the conference that they held. And remember, it was kind of invite only. It was rather exclusive. It was a weird mix of people from all different industries. It wasn't just any one particular industry, and they kind of called it a crypto conference. So World Liberty Financial, the crypto-backed company by U.S. President Donald Trump and his sons, reportedly began being targeted by hackers and paid influencers as short sellers in an effort to manufacture chaos against the USD1 stablecoin. On a Monday X post, World Liberty said that the attack, which happened early this morning, failed after hackers targeted several World Liberty Finance co-founder accounts and opened massive shorts against the company's World Liberty Finance token, and paid influencers to, of course, spread FUD, or fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So this is standard practice in crypto, like organized paid influencers, FUD campaigns. We have seen this. It makes me mad because my very first project that I got into in NFTs was the Dogecoin billionaire. Dogecoin billion or Dogecoin million. I forget what it was. The NFT project. But then the Doge Pound gang came out. And I felt like there was a paid FUD campaign against our project, which had the physical likeness of the Dogecoin. And so it was during that cycle. But my very first entry into crypto and buying my first NFT, I really saw the paid FUD campaign and how like a community that people loved. It had great people in it, great holders. My first NFT meetup in Honolulu, and a couple of they were all Bored Apes, but they all had my NFT. They were all there. And so it's unfortunate when you see times where stuff gets like paid FUD against it. And a lot of projects die because if there's enough FUD, then it can kill the morale. It can kill what the project has going on. And this is why you see companies who invest in these large KOL campaigns, KOL managers. You can hire a KOL manager. You can hire all of the KOLs under the KOL manager. And now you have what looks like organic, like it looks like everybody's really buying into this and aping into it. But little do you know, they've all been paid to post this. They were all gifted NFTs, and as soon as you buy, they're dumping on you. It is just so standard. So the price dropped about 7% during the manufactured chaos, according to the company, but was trading back at around 11 cents at the time of publication. Honestly, after the conference, I would expect the token to be down, but the USD1 dropped to about 99.4 cents, briefly losing its peg. And it wasn't by much, you guys. It was by a half a cent. Not even a half a cent. So, yeah. About a half a cent. Thanks to USD1, sound mint and redeem mechanism, the full one-for-one backing, we are trading steadily at par, said World Liberty. No scammer can shake the long-term commitment to the entire Wilfy team and co-founders of USD1. You guys look, in my opinion, this is a CBDC. This is CBDC. The attack came just days after the World Liberty organized crypto forum at the private Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, which included speakers from the government, crypto, and banking industries. So, of course, CZ was there, and you guys know Nicki Minaj was there. I wonder if she gave them a free concert. So ties between World Liberty Finance and Binance are still under scrutiny because, as you guys know, CZ was pardoned and CZ and Trump have now kind of become buddies. So that's what's going on with that. So moving on, got a lot of just political stuff today. Trump's board of I can't talk. Trump's board of peace said mulling stablecoin for Gaza. This is just something that caught me completely by surprise. If we don't have enough stablecoins, we need a stablecoin for Gaza. I mean, the board of peace, they want to create a stablecoin for Gaza, right? Requires a $1 billion contribution for membership and is reportedly exploring a stablecoin for use in rebuilding Gaza's economy following 2 years of war triggered by a Hamas terror attack in October of 2023. So, if you guys haven't seen, it's pretty much in rubble. There's really, I can't believe that there's people that are still left that are living in that. I mean, they should all be hopefully able to like leave, but I don't know if they're just like, I have a friend in Iran and his family has been in Iran. He is able to leave and go to Canada, but he's like, I am an Iranian. I want to stay here and fight for democracy. I don't support the Islamic regime. And if all of us leave, the Islamic regime wins. And so the Iranians, they want their freedom back. They want their freedom back. And so he stayed and he's there. They've cut the internet, and I would love to chat with him. I would love to hear how things are going, but I just, we don't know. We don't know, because all we know now is what the news is telling us. He was always telling me what was going on. But the point of us, the USA, and any involvement in Iran would be to overthrow the Islamic regime that has been in power for like the last 60 years. So it was free. It was a relatively free country before that. There's a reason why there's so many Iranians in the U.S. A lot of them came and they were seeking asylum here. So I stand behind Iran and their freedom. But what's going on in Gaza is like, I don't know. I mean, like, there's just like, who is left? How many people are left? Why are they staying? Can they not get out? Can they not be allowed out? Can they not? Yeah, I don't know. But it's very clear that there are plans for Gaza. And it does not look good when you come in with this like very corporate, we're going to make like this a smart city and make it all like powered by whatever Gaza's new stable coin is. There's a lot of theories, and let me tell you guys, I love me a good conspiracy theory. There's a lot of conspiracy theories around why some of these cities are all burning like they are, and whether they are supposed to be trial cities of this new, like, city of the future. And yes, it's going to be powered by solar, Brian. It's all going to be powered by solar and on the blockchain. I still feel like solar would be one of the best use cases for like a real world asset if you could find a way to tokenize it. Now, technically there is. Now I'm going to get a little nerdy with you guys. Because I don't think I really have another story to tell you guys. I do not. Okay. So here in California, we have cap and trade, which is, we're going to put a cap on like CO2 emissions. And so you can trade your way out. So that's cap and trade, right? So in cap and trade, you can accrue renewable credits, or you can accrue carbon emissions credits. And these credits, they're worth money depending on like what's going on. So say, for example, you have a company that wants to put in an AI data center. Well, if you're going to put in an AI data center and it's going to take up all of this land and you're going to have all of this equipment that's working on the project to build this massive data center, they're going to make a determination for you to pull the permit how much carbon offsets you need. So say someone like Riot goes in and they want to do a big, mining operation. And so they're going to have to do construction. Construction's going to last 4 years, 3 years, whatever. They're going to determine how much that project would emit how much carbon into the atmosphere. And this is where, if you are a retailer, a broker of credits, you can make money. So there are carbon broker or renewable REC credits, renewable energy credits that you can sell. And so, yes, it is a giant money scam. It is a political money scam. If there was a real, if we were going to get real about carbon credits, if we were going to require a company that's going to go forward with a project to pull a permit to have to pay for these carbon credits, then why are we not charging people like Taylor Swift, who ping pongs back and forth and what she could drive in her airplane? Or when Kim Kardashian decides she has to have this special croissant from France, she jumps in her jet and she goes to France and gets her croissant. Like, I mean, you are punishing people who are trying to create jobs, build industry, and do all these things, but then you're not punishing other people who are just doing stuff for the hell of it. And so I just, I don't know. It seems like it's set up very unfair, because to the person who wants to have a business and grow an industry and create jobs, there's nothing there for them. They have to be ready to pony up all that money. And it makes it hard, because you guys know, and I've talked about working on a solar project where the entitlements process, getting the environmental impact report alone, was too big. It cost too much money. We were like 50 million in and we'd never even pulled a permit. So now I'm not going to go into projects that can bleed dry till the end of time, like the high-speed rail, because that's an atrocious nightmare. They did not handle that correctly at all. They should have built it in segment. Instead, they bought up all of this land and nothing has really been built or finished or anything. And it's just been billions of dollars, and now it's just an eyesore. It's just an ugly, ugly eyesore for the state of California to have, for everybody to drive by and look at and be like, wow. And I think about this when I drive through Arizona, because in Arizona, when you're driving through Arizona, you come to these stops. And when you come to the stop, you can see right next to it, they've built up the ramps for the bridge so that you could bypass and not have to stop on the highway. But it was political mismanagement, corporate mismanagement, however you want to cut it. The project was not handled properly, and now it's just an eyesore. So that's what we get for California. But you know what? For Gavin Newsom, the high-speed rail gets to be his landmark of what he did for the state of California. So I love that for him. I hope that you guys all think of that when if he ends up on a ballot in the future. Please pick somebody who would be a little better for us than that. So anyway, that is the show for today. I'm going to be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time. And I will tell my girl Joxie, she's got to be back here. Yeah, where the whole gas thing, don't even get me started. We pay over $1 a gallon in just fees for nothing. Like, our gas tax is crazy. But I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Pacific time. Smash the subscribe if you're new here. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.